Lawmakers are trying to put some limits on how the federal government operates in Vermont.
It has to do specifically with immigration enforcement after a national outrage over activities in other states. NBC5's James Maloney dug into some of this legislation today. James, how are they trying to limit the feds specifically with this legislation?
Well, Brian and Liz, there are multiple bills in the House and Senate that are dealing with federal overreach. Today, we're specifically focusing on the Senate. One bill would demask agents. Meanwhile, another would limit where agents could make arrests. Here's the breakdown.
They're feeling targeted and they're certainly feeling marginalized.
Vermont lawmakers are trying to take legislative action to put limits on the feds.
With anonymity, I think, comes a certain amount of sort of hubris and impunity.
Multiple bills introduced at the State House have been created in response to President Trump's immigration crackdown. One of them specifically would require law enforcement at all levels to identify themselves. California passed a similar law last year, but the state's been slapped with a federal lawsuit that's in the courts right now.
These are constitutionally defensible decisions. I think they're morally imperative decisions. I think the courts are ultimately going to have to decide these issues for us, though, because they just haven't been settled.
Another bill intends to prevent arrests at locations like public buildings and schools. Mohsen Madawi, a Palestinian college student, was arrested last year at an immigration office in Colchester.
With respect to state-owned property, I think that authority is quite strong. Where it gets, let's say, a little bit more murky is when we're starting to talk about, private property.
Another would bar schools from giving sensitive information on students to the feds.
We can handle multiple subjects, and so I'm certainly open to a conversation and discussion.
Republican Senator Scott Beck says dedicating time to the bills is worth it. There's also a separate civil rights protection bill in the Senate. That bill seeks to establish a $15 million fund to enforce civil rights.
These are serious questions, and I take them seriously, and I trust that the committees of jurisdiction will do the same and will give us their best opinion on what we should do.
And it's important to note that these bills have recently been introduced as the legislative session is still early, so it is really typical for legality questions and clarity questions to come up during this time. But those bills will be in committee for the time being. Live in Williston, James Maloney, NBC5 News.